The modern New Englander must have found these antique furnishings overwhelming ornate, but evidently Isidore had more than a few upscale customers who approved of such Baroque design. Immediately behind Isidore's work desk hangs a carefully organized collection of keys, some old and strange, some new and ordinary. This is one of Pickman's notorious paintings of a human-sized canine thing with goat-like hooves and cold blank eyes, grappling what appears to be a human. Ugh. An alabaster statue of Barong, the mother of all spirit wardens in Balinese mythology, an intriguing find for anyone interested in obscure oceanic myths. The specimen of the giant of prying mantis was preserved in an intimidating predatory pose. An exquisite and carved Agnus Dei miniature, which probably was once possessed by a Puritan settler. A notebook with a key symbol on the cover under the title Keys, Paths, and Meanings. An old man is sitting behind the dusty counter surrounded by a variety of odd objects. He doesn't look pleased to see you. Well, great. Yes, are you looking for something in particular? What is this place? This is Schmidt's Antiques, and what's left of it. I am Isidore Schmidt. Like the merchandise, I've been gathering dust here for a good long while. Tell me how I may assist you, or perhaps how you can assist me. It's a very nice collection of keys you have. Thank you, I've put my life into this collection, though it is unfortunately incomplete. As he quickly reviews his rows of keys, you notice a deep longing in his eyes. Why the interest in keys? I've always been fascinated by keys. I started collecting them in my childhood. It was simply a hobby, of course, until the Black Day. What changed after the Black Day? It's not important. Just remember that I will pay handsomely for keys. I felt better knowing why you want them so badly. Very well. After the Black Day, like many others, I lost all hope. With no reason to go on, I decided to end it. You know what I mean. But what I desired most is forbidden to men. For days I fasted and prayed for Ashim's forgiveness, determined to end this misery of an existence. I passed out from hunger and exhaustion, and then I dreamt of two keys. One was gold and burning, though it was only warm to the touch. The other was silver and bathed in moonlight. Go on. They were the keys to the Temple of Solomon. I felt the light inside me. Oh, Ashim, he spoke to me. The old man's eyes widened and lose focus, as if he were in a trance. You understand now. This is the reason I've been collecting keys all my life. They are my escape from this Sheol. They were my test, and they will be my salvation. How can a bunch of keys help you escape? There is a hidden power in patterns and numbers. Some of the keys are numbered. This makes them special. The effect of Isidore's dream fades, and he comes to himself again. I think I have said enough. If the pay is good, we can share that dream. Nice. Just bring me my keys. I see your wares. Indeed, that is why I am here. But first tell me, if you see something you desire, how do you intend to pay for it? What do you have in mind? Keys, I collect them. You see all sizes and shapes. If you happen to come across any keys in this accursed place, bring them to Schmidt's Antiquities. I would gladly trade the exquisite items from my collection for keys, or if you don't care about your health, I can also pay with cigarettes. But if you also accept cigs in trade, it will allow you to obtain more keys. I have all the cigs I need. What if someone were to bring you a special key worth more than everything you have here? Very well, I see your point. I would accept cigs in payments, but only from you. Nice. You made the right choice. Dude, he's got plenty of cigs. Oh my god. Ooh. That is a way better gun, but it hurts. But it's so expensive. Kingsport Folk Tales. Why all these books? Maybe for quests later? Like, do you need to read them? Sinners at the Ends of the Angry God, a collection of influential sermons that establish Edwards as a leading religious figure. This is our first try of this game, so we're going to buy at least one book. We'll see what happens. So I have this book, right? Can be read by divine characters while resting to gain more sanity. Ah, I should have checked that out before. Isidore, I need your expertise on something. He adjusts his glasses over his cloudy eyes. In his expression, you see an interesting mixture of professional curiosity and grumpiness caused by your interruption. Oh, you can actually ask him to decipher stuff. That's pretty cool. I see who wears. So I only lost 8. It's not too bad. Could have been way worse. Yeah, I did loot this before. There's nothing there. Vehicle is locked. Subterfuge. A baton. A little woman in Zest cigarettes. What's the difference? It's really not as good as the one I have before. Alcott's yearning for a dignified, independent life and is captured in this major work. Could be read by humanistic characters while resting to gain more sanity. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not humanistic, so it won't help me. I could sell it, though. Can't talk to this guy. Refrigerators! A mirror fragments. I'm assuming this is for resting. Nearly half of French Hill's timber houses look deserted, presuming the inhabitants were lucky enough to survive at all. So you cannot get into this house anyway. Lies! Where is your god? After the locals salvaged whatever they could find of use, cultists turned this humble place of worship into an altar of their own depravity. Ugh. So empty syringes and a few cigs. Hey, Feels Bad Man. Thank you so much for that follow, man. Do appreciate it. You see a man who has blackened his face and hands with paint. He's performing some kind of pantomime show. He is unaware of your presence. It's not hard to see that beneath his ridiculous posturing, something is deeply wrong. The man's weary visage shows he's been in this for a long while, and the exertion of staying in character is wearing him down. Hello? Where's that come from? Oh, really? What? Oh, okay. We'll just leave it there then. I'll just leave it there. Thank you. He reacts with comic surprise. His startled eyes show nothing but a shallow character he's portraying. Who are you? He shrugs theatrically and begins another of his vulgar sketches. You're no longer sure whether this is a performance or the sole mode of existence for this bizarre fellow. Are you alright? He reacts with comic surprise. Okay, well, you cut it out, please. This is not funny. Nope. Doesn't have anything else. A revolting smell attacks your nostril as you approach the homeless man as if some small animal had died under his stained clothes. Oh, God. What is it, miss? Do I smell? Then stay a few damn yards away. What is that man with paint all over his face? Oh, don't you know Coley Willie? I thought everybody knew Coley. You know, he has movies, the theatrical performances. He was a real celebrity, you know? Not Coley Willie, but the fella himself, Sam Rudney. Never found him funny myself. In better days, a friend took me to one of his shows, making all that money scoffing at black folks. The black day came for all of us in the end, innit? White, yellow, black, everybody. He's still putting on a show. I don't know if I'd call it a show anymore, miss. I've been hanging around him, around with him for a while now, and he never became Sam Rodney again. Not even once. I guess he is flat out Coley Willie now. Who is he performing for? Some mob fellas used to come and see him now and then. Not anymore. Watching the same thing over and over and got boring, probably. And other folks don't like to go anywhere near him. Probably find him creepy. Can't blame him. They don't like to be near me either, so here we are, miss. Coley and the... He tries to think of something. Stinky. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. That's fine. That looks like a ghost. Okay. This beautiful mansion somehow remains unscathed and is obviously still occupied, though the relentless vain root have begun to assault it most aggressively. Okay, there's probably no way to enter this place anyway. Who are you? You see a determined but pallid-looking woman in her 30s. Her outfit hints at a metropolitan sensibility. You sense an air of hypochondria about this mysterious woman. Excuse me, miss. I'd like to ask you something, if I may. How can I refuse such a beauty? You can sense the anger rising inside the woman. Abstaining herself, she continues. I'm looking for my husband, a slender, long-faced gentleman from Boston. His name is Randolph Carter. All I know is that he arrived in Arkham. Do you know him or his whereabouts? None of us should lie. I do, but the details will cost you. She looks right into your eyes. You think you've got a glimpse of disgust for a short while in her dreamy eyes. Tell me something you know about him and you'll have your money. Convince me. He is lost and you are his wife. I'm so trolly. I'm afraid this conversation is over. Goodbye. Oh no, talk to me again. No. Oh no, chat. A slender, long-faced man was her words. Okay, I still have the quest, which is good. Oh god, whatever is happening in there is occult in nature, for sure. You see, a typical Arkham resident. I'd like to ask you something. How did you survive in Arkham? Leave me alone, madam. Life is hard enough without a bunch of foolish questions. Between the mob and the cult, you mean? I don't know, because so far someone else got crushed instead of me. Anyway, I doubt my luck will last much longer. Since the Black Day, I've thought every day would be my last. A few cigs. What's this house? Amidst the indescribable chaos of the Black Day, these sagging, gambrel roofs were buffeted by an apocalyptic storm of unparalleled force. The bridge piers are torn apart from the steel railing under the road by savage, unearthly wind or perhaps an earthquake. There's a bunch of kids here. The damp wall of this enclosure now serves as a cold and dismal haven for a group of orphaned children. A child's imagination perseveres even in the most trying of times. I'm still super young, so maybe they'll be inclined to talk to me. These oxidized grotesquerie are brooding defiantly from above the arch, as if to guard their young, playful guests. Leave. Oh shit, okay. You smell funny. What's your own business, grown-up? Oh shit. Don't talk to me like that. Okay, well, I mean, there's literally nothing to do with them. The only place I can literally go right now is in this place here. Or at the very least, I could probably try and talk to somebody. This charred and decrepit palace, which once hosted many events and receptions as the Gentlemen's Club of Arkham, has been rechristened the Black the Blackened Club by the surviving locals and serves as Wax Face's criminal fortress. Technically, I'm supposed to work for them, so maybe they'll allow me. Don't be suicidal. So I can't even enter. So the only place I can enter is here. Right now. The door is tightly locked, but there is a dusty button alongside adjacent to a rectangular panel to a speaker. Ring the bell. A voice sizzles from the speaker. What do you want? For you. You ring my bell and I'm supposed to tell you who I am? Go away, I have things to do. Can I come in? No. Okay then. Oh, I can't open this trap. That would have been so cool. Damn it. I'm tired now. Guess I'll have to go rest here. Scout. The character scouts the surrounding areas for an escape route in case of an ambush. The progression escape route will be opened more easily should the party get attacked. They would use my ration and gambling supplies. You know what? We're gonna go back and instead of wasting like the remaining rations and stuff that we have, we'll just go and sleep in the thing. We're not that far. There's no reason not to go back to the inn. Like the inn is right here. You have to pick the owner first to be able to rest in the safe house. I need to rest in the attic. I see that you enjoyed your time in our special suite, the Royal Attic, but it is occupied now. I'll take your cigs later, Cornudo. Shit. Then I guess I don't have a choice. I have to sleep outside. I need a guy that sells rations. Like, it's crazy that I can freaking find rations to eat. You started the game with 3. I'm already down to 1. Oh, the other dream sequence. Though you're not exactly acquainted with your immediate surroundings, here in this desolate urban setting, you don't feel like a stranger either. Is this Arkham? Perhaps a forgotten corner of which you've never seen. Amidst the Cimmerian stillness, there stands a forlorn figure, barely present but inescapably real. He seems to be walking towards a certain house along the street before stopping to look at you. Who are you? I looks at you attentively with unblinking eye. Well, I'm a dreamer, a wanderer, perhaps, just as you are. The timbre of his voice consists of sublime overtones. Why would you be here if you weren't? What is it that brought us together? It seems our paths have crossed in this vast realm lying beneath the prosiness of the conscious world. As for your question, I am just another lost passenger, so don't expect all the answers from me. Broodingly. But the real question revolves around you, doesn't it? Perhaps you've been compelled to seek a memory which isn't yours at all. His eyes darken. You emanate a tragic aura, source of which is most dire. And what do you seek? A brief pause in his definitive answers cuts right through this tension of Stygian abstractness. Inspiration. Know this, Wanderer. There will be a price to pay when you have no option but to cling to the vision brim with unutterable horrors in order to procure your only means of subsistence, however maddening they may be. That sounds poetic. Are you an artist, perhaps? I won't grant an answer that easily. Knowledge of someone is a powerful thing, and this premise applies even in dreams. But I'll offer you a chance since you've intruded my fantasy. I'll tell you of my journeys, and you will tell me who I am. In a frigid but lyrical tone, refraining from the pageantry of the mundane, a boy shall wander into the path of prophecy. Nebulous is the truth of all things future and past, dwelling beyond the serpent's lair for none but him to see. Only the forbidden he shall thereafter seek, lurking in the labyrinths so forgotten and forlorn. Plagued will be those upon whom he shall touch, ailed by the oblivion which they will have forborne. Carried away to his fantasy of wings, on wings ethereal, a toilsome quest he shall embark upon so sedulously. Resplendent of his dreams, however, is not to remain. Thus the search for the silver key must begin duly. Exalted he will be in the deathless continuum, wild and free, resigning from the world to embrace all that was and will ever be. Answer me then, wanderer, who am I? I don't know. Guess a name? You try your wits, if not your luck, in order to find the identity of the man before you. Randolph Carter. He nods solemnly and puts on a thin smile. That's correct, wanderer. Ha! You seem to be endowed with the proper traits to guide you in the dreamlands. My name is Randolph Carter. The verses gaze to the dolesome skies. Now, if you excuse me, I must cover a long way to eternity. I met your wife. She's looking for all over for you. No health or sanity recovered. This character is already in a state of well-being. You have visited strange places in your dreams. Speak to Carter's wife. Is she still back there? No. She left, but I don't know where she is. It's a map of Arkham. But I can't go anywhere. So, yeah. We can't go there yet. Okay. So, there's this area here we haven't been. Aha. All new area. I can go in there. Honest Bill's claim to offer the best deals has become indisputable since it is now the only pawn shop in town. It's probably worth a while to take a look. Absolutely. Dude, if he's got rations, I'm sold. I will spend my money there. Oh god, he's got weapons at least. The Wurlitzer jukebox is in prime condition. It can play 24 popular songs, including Sweet Georgia Brown, The Sheik of Araby, and Stardust, among others. If only Arkham still had electrical power. Oh no. Unsolved mystery. It's a corpse. He's covered in something. This section is reserved for various garments and outdoor equipment. It's the most popular departments after weapons and food stuff. With no radio stations left broadcasting in the vicinity, these Neutrodyne radio receivers have no function other than decoration. The cost of kerosene has increased dramatically since the pitch black ether swallowed the sun. The shelf has been the subject of many of your daydreams during your incarceration in Arkham. Waxface's food stores keep starvation at bay for the populace. They must be grateful for his altruism. Older out-of-production rifles populate these shelves, but the look of it, most of them would need extensive maintenance before they can be used. These primitive incendiary grenades are especially effective against the ghouls which stalks their prey in the darkened corners of Arkham. Let the sparks fly. This magazine rack is filled exclusively with raunchy and explicit sexual content. The hodgepodge of fingerprints on the covers indicates that most customers browse through their pages at least once in order to satisfy their carnal urges. Although cigs, booze, and drugs are the most sought-after items for Arkham's desperate survivors, certain personal effects are still in demand by those who can afford them. The man smiles silently. Behind the bar is a stern-looking man who looks deeply dissatisfied. Although he looks to be in his 60s, his presence invokes respect and fear. Say, are you here to buy something or just wasting my time? We're you. Name's Joe Clemens. That's Mr. Clemens to you, doll. I'm someone you shouldn't be curious about. Former jewelers for the Cortellinis, current fucking grocer of Arkham. I'm honored to meet you, Mr. Clarence. I did some small jobs for the Cortellini family. You did? Then you know what it means to work for a respectable syndicate. Now those guys, they were gangsters with class. In continuously grumbling tone, not like these fucking cannibals. You don't approve of Waxface's methods, sirs. No, I know what you mean. Now, you buying or should I ask Charlie to make you leave? Is Charlie the smiling blonde fellow? Charlie is the smiling blonde fellow who can fill you with more lead than you need to build a fucking boat. Another thing. Get lost. You ain't no buyer, just a fucking time waster. No, I actually want to buy. What is the wax statue doing over there? Ah, you mean Honest Bill. He's dead, but he kept him around for decoration. Turned him into a statue. He used to own this place, see? Until he crossed Waxface. Can you guess how they did it? Poured boiling wax over him from head to toe. You should have heard the screams. That's enough if you wanted more details. Tell me about Waxface. He says it unwillingly, the boss. Not around much these days, though. He put me in charge of the pawn shop, so here I am. What a dead end. And let me give you some advice, doll. Do not ask about Waxface if you want to live. How about a discount, Mr. Clements? How about a smack in the face on my friend Charlie here? Fine, it's your loss. Buying. Sleazy magazine. Love it. It can be read by materialistic characters while resting to gain more sanity. Interesting. So I could buy one of these and actually be useful. So these are all, like, essentially rations. Is a hood used in bank robbery? What? Camping supplies. I'm gonna need a bunch of these. Probably gonna take 2 of these. Let's take 1. For now. Plenty of food. Lockpicks, I don't have any more. Yeah, okay. Wait, I already have the camping supplies. It's just having them here. So I don't need more of it. Cool. Okay. Oh,